So just this week at the club, Jadon Sancho and Erik Ten Hag had a public spat after the 3-1 loss to Ray's Arsenal. It was reported that the Glazers would take the club off the market after wanting £10 billion to complete a sale. It was revealed that they had the highest net spend of any other club on the planet in the last 10 years, over £1.2 billion spent. Can you believe that? It's
amazing.
Fortunes.
Yeah.
Fresh allegations, though. But this is what we're reading this morning, have been made against Anthony, who's been dropped from the Brazil squad. John is now and try and make some sense of what's happening at the club. Our chief football correspondent, Alex Crook. Alex, a very good morning.
Morning, Alex.
Good morning, boys. Does anyone do Crisis Club quite as well as Manchester United at the moment?
Oh, it's unbelievable. And then we hear the allegations again. A second woman has come forward against Anthony. It goes from bad to worse.
Yeah, a second and a third woman, actually. And you're right to underline the word allegations, because that's all they are at the moment. We've got a law student, Racer de Freitas, who apparently reported Anthony to police in his homeland last year. She claims she was attacked by Anthony and his hairdresser in the back of a car. And we've got an interview that's due to be aired, I think, on Brazilian television on Sunday, in which another woman, Ingrid Lana, a banker, has also accused Anthony of carrying out physical attacks. Now, of course, Anthony already under investigation by Greater Manchester Police over allegations made by a former girlfriend. He's described those allegations as false. Manchester United also released a statement under a bit of public pressure to do so earlier this week, saying they're taking the matter seriously. But at the moment, Anthony continues to train and play for Manchester United. But I think the pressure is really mounting on the football club and on the player himself.
Well, he's got a little break at the moment, obviously, because international football. But it'll be very interesting to see what happens when the Premier returns. What does Ten Hag, what does he do with him?
Yeah, and he's very much Ten Hag's side. The frustration with Jadon Sancho, that maybe Anthony is getting picked ahead of him, and Jadon Sancho is asking if Anthony's form for United following that big money move last summer justifies his selection. Probably you have to say no. I still think there's a player there. I know Gabby Agbonlahor has been quite dismissive of Anthony, feels he's a bit of a one-trick pony, all showing no substance. But it can take South American players time to settle in the Premier League, as Ray will testify, having played with some at Arsenal. But you have to say that these allegations have come at the worst possible time for Manchester United, bearing in mind they've only just got over the Mason Greenwood situation and their handling of that.
Alex, with the question marks surrounding Anthony, with the allegations, what an opportunity it could be for Sancho to get back in the good books and start playing regular. But, he's not doing himself any good, is he?
No, he isn't. And it's interesting that statement that he made on social media remains public. He hasn't taken it down, despite the fact that Erik Ten Hag is being backed by his paymasters at Manchester United over the comments that he made about Sancho's omission from that Arsenal defeat being down to his performances or lack of in training. And the more you dig into this, the more you realise that Sancho is quite a complex, dare I say it, problematic character. I'm not sure he's the most popular character in that Manchester United dressing room, so I'm not sure there's a great deal of sympathy for Sancho from his teammates. And the only hope, I guess, for a young English talent is that this is a bit of a watershed moment, that him and Ten Hag can clear the air now and find some middle ground, and actually that the penny might drop with Jadon Sancho, that he does need to up his performance level, not just in training, but on a match day as well. He started 56 games for Manchester United. He's made more than 80 appearances, and I can't remember too many of those where he's really taken the game by the scruff of the neck and been the standout performer. So hopefully, as I say, this can be a turning point. But I think he might have to apologise to Ten Hag for going public on social media.
What do you think about us? Obviously, they'll be delighted, Liverpool fans, Alex, that Mo Salah's will have a Liverpool shirt on this season, hopefully. But do you think the Saudis will come back in January for Mo, or will they wait till the end of the season?
I think definitely at the end of the season. I think the plan was always next summer anyway. Maybe they just tried their luck a year early to see if Liverpool would break. That they didn't. Liverpool, they were quite steadfast from the off that Salah wasn't for sale this transfer window. And in the end, actually, the Saudis decided against making that a second offer that would have been a world record bid, I think, to try and just keep relationships amicable between the Saudi deal makers and Liverpool themselves. But I think inevitably Salah will end up in Saudi Arabia. And I think probably there might even be a loose agreement with Liverpool that this time next year they are open to offers. And I think it's certainly one that it's gone away for now, but it will be back. No question about that.
Alex, nice one. Thank you. talkSPORT's chief football correspondent there, Alex Crook.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.